Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is September the 26th, 2019. Strong hand. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Oh, yeah. Unconfiscatable conviction. Hello, my elite friends. I'm back in Baltimore. Not much sleep. Lots of time on a plane. But the show must go on, baby. And it is hilarious for you fiat freaks out there. It seems like when I go on these long continent to continent trips, we have fiat price dips. I didn't know what was going on most of the day, and I don't care because one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. I did get this new shirt from CryptoVerge.com. Link to below. CryptoVerge.com. Check him out. Get shirts like this. He's linked to below in the shirt section and just in the regular section too. And it's a nice shirt, man. It's a nice shirt. I love Bitcoin. What can you say? And yeah, this show is actually live. So, and they'll be live hopefully for a long time. We'll see how this YouTube thing works. But you can ask questions in the Q&A. Just type in Bitcoin Meister, and hopefully I'll notice it. It's set up a little weird here today, but okay. Let's start off with this inspiring quote by Craig Shipp that's out there. Craig Shipp, who's also in the state of Maryland right now. All I know, at an undisclosed location, of course. He's done shows with me in the past. All I know is my Bitcoin is not for sale. Anyone looking for weak hands can look elsewhere. Pound that like button, Craig. Pound that like button. Oh, I forgot to say tomorrow. And it's tomorrow for a lot of you already. It's already Friday for a bunch of you. This Week in Bitcoin, Caitlin Long. I guess I'll do it at 5 p.m. maybe Eastern time, 5 p.m. Baltimore time. We will see, but it's a good show. Caitlin Long, you all love her. She will be on the show. She is long Bitcoin. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's her last name, but it's a way of life also, baby. But so check out Friday tomorrow. I guess 5 p.m. Eastern, maybe. We'll see. I know that's late for you London people. Sorry about that. Now we'll see. Zach Vole has a great tweet out there. This is hilarious. This just put a smile on your face and just remind you just how hilarious life is. Is anyone's child available to argue at the UN for Hyperbitcoinization? And I think some of you will get that reference if you've been following mainstream disgusting culture lately. It seems like there are lots of parents out there that like their kids to be famous and let them talk about controversial issues that they don't understand. So, hey, why not have someone give up your kid for Hyperbitcoinization? Obviously, that's just a joke. But it's funny. And I don't even believe in Hyperbitcoinization. But there will always be fiat dudes. Always. All right. So what do we got? So Zach, thank you for that tweet. Pound that like button. And Zach's been on the show. Yeah, so I had people sending me DMs, and I'm reading just a lot of weak-handed stuff out there. And it's like people are into the bear market vibe again. And clearly I'm not. I mean, I'm just in the 2020 halving, man. But I can see why, and I've said this before, Trezors haven't been selling at all. So I've wondered about new money coming in, and that we've really, we haven't shook that vibe totally. We all know it's the bottom line, period, is it's volatile. Period. It's volatile. Period. There's your answer. You don't need excuses. You don't need scapegoats. But yeah, I mean, the simple math is people aren't buying. Newbies aren't coming in. Okay, well, great. Like we didn't know that beforehand. And if you look back in 2015, and I've said this before, when I say everything's cyclical, when things were going back up in 2015, at times you didn't know it. I think all of you can be pretty strong-handed about the fact we reached our low for the cycle. It was like 3,100. Then we doubled it. But there can be a lot of turbulence on the way back to the all-time high. And we've seen it. It went up to 13 something. It's back down to 8,000. Again, in March, if you would have said 8,000, you'd be happy. And if you look at the 2015, beginning of 2016 scenario before the halving, you'll see it's a very similar pattern. And it's just, for me, it's always an upward trend. It's always an upward trend because time keeps on slipping into the future. We're that closer to the all-time high. 2020 halving, 2024 halving, 2028 halving. Every time we go through these cycles, it surprises me more and more because I try to stay conservative. I know so many of you are like, well, when six-digit realm? I don't know when, but there'll be a day. And it's funny to read what some of the very impulsive people say. They're like, I can't wait anymore. I can't wait. And they nitpick your words and stuff. You said this, you said that. Dude, make up your own minds. But if you're nitpicking everything and you need it now, you're impulsive. And this is not for the impulsive. This is not for the weak-handed. It's very volatile. It's very volatile. And most of the people who can't take that volatility, they have dropped out. And good, let the weak hands drop out, more for the strong hands. This is where the big boys play. And but if you're looking for a scapegoat, you've definitely come to the wrong place. Bitcoin, this is personal responsibility here. There are no scapegoats in Bitcoin. Don't look for conspiracies. It's manipulated. Everything's manipulated. No, this game is not rigged. It's volatile, though. It's volatile. It's new. There's going to be crazy times. So for me, this is not for scapegoats. There are no scapegoats. It's your own fault for owning Bitcoin. And it's not your fault. It's your responsibility. And it's awesome. It's awesome being a Bitcoiner. So stop looking for excuses, people. Pound that like button. But we're going to talk about, hang on. I have this set up a little weird, so I got to get my little chat thing open there. People have been talking. Oh, sorry if I missed anyone's Bitcoin Meister. No one's talked. No one said Bitcoin Meister, so I assume. No, someone said at Adam Meister. You got to type in Bitcoin Meister, dude, or I don't see it. When you're done, look on YouTube, Strong Hand Scary Movie. Then let us know what you think. Strong Hand, I'm supposed to Google Strong Hands. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Look it up on YouTube, that term. I don't know what you exactly mean there. But I know people are on the... Strong Hand is not a scary movie. Strong Hand is a happy movie, man. I'm pretty darn happy. Oh, but I have to get up soon. I'm not happy about that. But this is a good shirt, dude. Crypto Verge, you providing, man. Okay, let's get back on track here, dudes. Let me close this window. Got so many darn things open here. We're going to type in Bitcoin Meister, guys, or I can't see it. I can't read and read your thing and read my thing and think all at the same time. I can't do 8 things at the same time. Sorry, I'm not that talented. They didn't teach us that at WashU. Sorry, how to do 8 things at the same time. Now, okay, you're looking for a scapegoat. Okay, with all this scapegoats, if you need an excuse, here's a thinking man's exercise, okay? For those of you who are wondering about volatility, well, what's causing the volatility here? And Udi has a good tweet back in Israel where I just was. Now I'm in Baltimore for the high holidays. Bitcoin rallied from $3,000 to $14,000 on rumors that Facebook is building Libra. What if the sell-off is insiders who were tipped off about Libra getting canceled? All right, so Udi is biased because Udi thinks Libra is going to get canceled. But there's a thinking man's explanation for volatility. Clearly, I think we can all agree that when the Libra stuff was being talked up, there was some new money coming in then, and good, that's great. If they can't take the heat, if they happen to be selling out now because they know something that Libra is not going to happen, oh well, that's great. All right, that causes volatility. I still think Libra, I think they're going to be able to pull it off. I really do. But Zuckerberg just said something about it being delayed, so people worry about that. And again, speculators can sell on that. If they want to sell on that type of stuff to weaken weak hands, then be my guest. And it seems to work. It seems to work. Every rumor that speculators sell on, we can sell on also. But hey, that's the way of this game. That's how this game is played. Volatility is the name of the freaking game. And I think I've said that like 40 times this show. So pound that like button that I'm up at freaking 2:15. What's that? 2:16 in the morning. And I still have stuff to do. I still got to, catch up on some stuff and read some mail, all sorts of. And people, I really would appreciate this. Don't email me for the next few days, or don't DM me. There's a lot to catch up on. The high holidays are about to start. Things are getting really busy with the family, and I can't answer your like panic-stricken questions. And there actually have been panic-stricken questions. If if you're asking me panic-stricken questions, you're not watching the show. Clearly, if you're watching this show, I don't know why you're panic-stricken. It's just I really have to tell you guys, literally, I didn't check. I checked the price once when I got back after synagogue today. Okay. And I went to a new synagogue today because the timing was really weird when I landed today. And then I went to sleep for a while. And then I've checked the price like twice today. So I had no idea we went below $8,000. That's how much this means to me. You got to live your real life, people. But that's how much fiat price means to me, because I know it's a glitch. How many times have I been through this before? Who else is in that? I thought there are not a lot of veterans in the chat right now. I don't know. But yeah, so many of you are new since 2017, 2018. And I guess you got to learn the hard way. If this is not even 2015, there were issues then, man. This is nothing compared to 2015. Nothing. All right, so we do have Taval follow the rules here. He said, Bitcoin Meister, have you been to Toronto? I have had a layover there, so I've seen it from the air. I have wanted to go to Toronto since I was a very young kid, because of the Orioles playing the Blue Jays. So I would, and I've said this on the show before, I would love to see the Orioles play the Blue Jays in Toronto, which actually just happened. Their series there just ended yesterday. So I want to see Toronto. I know a lot of you guys who post here from Canada are from Toronto, and I definitely, since I was very young, I wanted to go to Toronto to see a baseball game, and I will one day. I will see them play there. I will see the Orioles play there one day. I know I've never been there, but I do want to go there during the warm weather months. That's another thing. I mentioned to some people I'm looking for a place to go after Thanksgiving. It has to be a warm place. I am not going to a cold place during the winter. I don't do that. I just don't do that anymore. I don't have to do anything like that anymore. That's the power of Bitcoin and living the Bitcoin overlay, working for yourself. You don't have to go to places you don't want to go to. And you don't have to experience cold anymore. So that's why I don't, I try to stay I visit Baltimore for Thanksgiving, then I'm out of here. Okay. There's your travel info for the day, all you fans out there. What are we? Okay, so big boys play here. Yeah. Udi had a nice tweet. Yeah. What's this other tweet? Alistair Milne. He goes over, for you rookies out there, for you newbies, he covers some of these scapegoats throughout the years. 2013, Willybot. 2017, Tether. And 2019 now, Plus Token. That's a thing. And back failed. Oh God. All right. So here is JP Koenig has a very interesting chart though that goes over the different types of volatility that we are experiencing, and the argument that maybe now we're experiencing different types of volatility. This chart puts Bitcoin's recent 14% drop in context. Bitcoin is experiencing fewer mega declines, 20 to 50%, but 5 to 20% declines are occurring more often. Note the clumping up of X's in 2017, 2019 relative to 2012, 2016. Okay, so one type of volatility is rising. The 5 to 20% declines. Get used to it. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. Are you steel down there? Do you have B's of steel with 50% declines or 20% declines or both or 5% declines? I've got B's of steel with all of them. Okay. I'm taking naps in the middle of the day and not checking my computer. Nick Carter has a good tweet out there that reminds everyone that the SEC does its enforcements. It starts by September the 30th. So there'll be more enforcement announcements leading up to September 30th. A lot of them, apparently. So get used to it. So be prepared for some weak-handed news. That maybe they'll announce some SEC, some ICOs had some crackdowns. They're trying to hit them up, and that'll freak some people out. But to lessen the blow, and you shouldn't care, be prepared. Before September 30th, there could be a plethora of announcements in terms of SEC hitting on ICOs or maybe other crypto-related things, maybe specific coins. Okay, there are a lot of people chatting in the chat I see, but no one's asking. Again, if you think I'm going to see those things, I can't. What else do we have? Tether trading. Oh yeah, Tether trading. Tether. Can't get the words out, man. I'm so tired. It's the number 4 coin right now, and the trading volume. That's what I was looking for. It's tremendous. It just shows you how many people value their wealth in dollars. Oh, I can't take this. Better sell the Bitcoin for a little bit and jump into Tether. That's definitely been going on. You can't deny that. But hey, it's a tool. It's a tool. And despite the fact that I don't like trading, and I encourage everyone not to do it. 80%ers are going to do what they do. Are going to do. Gamblers are going to do what they're going to do. And Vortex says it. I believe Vortex says it. I don't want to misquote it, but it's a necessary evil. It's a necessary. It's part of the whole market, finding what the price of Bitcoin is. So let the traders trade, but clearly they've been trading a lot, and they're hiding in Tether. Hiding in Tether. I wouldn't want to hold that thing for one freaking second. Pound that like button. Just how it could get turned off if they wanted to. And I'm not saying it's going to, but it's a centralized coin. And I'm not in this because of centralized coins. I'm into this because of unconfiscatable Bitcoin. Okay, BTC Chris says, strong hands over here. The lower it goes, the happier I get. You're a good dude. Cheap Bitcoin is a good thing. And yeah, that is a positive spin, a positive framing of the whole situation. And here again, and this guy, I know PF Zernick or whatever your name is, you seem like a nice man or person. You're asking a question here that, I don't do what you're asking. Price predictions in 2 to 3 years, Bitcoin Meister, and why? I don't do that, dude. That is freaking clickbait. Totally clickbait. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, and I'm not going to do that. It's going to be more. It's going to be worth more in terms of fiat. That's what I've been saying. That's the whole point of all this. Okay, it keeps going up after 2 to 3 years is after the halving. So yeah, in the year 2021, on this date, it will be more than today. But I am the believer in the 210,000 block theory. If you don't know what that is, look it up. In terms of fiat price, you subtract 210,000 blocks from today, it's worth more. If you add 210,000 blocks from today, it will be worth more. Okay. So if it's worth $8,000 right this second on this date or in August of 2023, it will be worth more. Dude, if you're worried about specific fiat prices, you're going to lose. You just know you can't have that impulsive mentality. You got to think long term. You're not in this because you think, oh, well, maybe in the long term, it's going to be worth less. Maybe in 4 years, it's going to be worth less. Then why are you in this? Why? It's a savings account. So you shouldn't be here if you've got worries about this. You shouldn't need me to tell you an exact price in 4 days. Go to some freaking guy, new guy's channel that's been here for 1 day that'll say like $100,000 if you like, it's going to be $100,000 on September 11th, 2022. I mean, go to that, and that'll get, and those type of things are popular for 80%. So if you need something like that, go over there. I don't do specific predictions. Okay, it's just, this is a savings account. I mean, for the long run, you're probably not familiar with what I've been saying for the last 4 freaking years. I don't touch my Bitcoin. I don't sell my Bitcoin for fiat, not even a splinter of one, until at least after the 2020 halving. And I have no plans to sell any of it after the 2020 halving. I don't need any of it. It's a freaking savings account. I know how to manage my wealth and manage the fiat that I have. All right. But I mean, maybe you're new and you haven't heard me say these things 50,000 times on the show before. Okay, moving on. But it's a, I can understand you're a good guy and everything like that. I just wanted to clear that up for other people who might be new, because people do ask these things sometimes. Despite, I mean, please, people, there are 1,400 shows in the archives. Most of the things you're going to answer are there. All right. So what do we have? Bitcoin Magazine. So here's something that we've talked about a lot of times. Venezuela. And they totally failed with the petro. We've had guests on the show from Venezuela, and that's why we had the best guests on this freaking show. If instead of like wondering what's going on in Venezuela, I get you the guys that were in Venezuela, and they were saying, the petro really isn't out there. It's sort of out there. It's nonsense. Is basically what the conclusion was. Well, Bitcoin Magazine has an article now. If this is true, this is much bigger news than the petro nonsense. Venezuela's central bank considers adding Bitcoin to its balance sheets. So, yeah, if they really want to avoid sanctions and all that, then that's what they should do. If they really want to prop up their nation, that's what they should do. Again, they are short-term thinkers over there. They love printing money, and that works for a while. That helps the corrupt regime, but it's not sustainable for a minor country like Venezuela that only has oil to its name. It doesn't. Right now, it's not. There are not many other natural resources being properly extracted, at least. So with a country like that, a bunch of short-term thinkers, they print money, they fail. Well, if they've got an ounce of long-term thinking, then they're really doing this and they're buying Bitcoin. That will actually help their nation. And if they're really doing this, other nations will follow, because Venezuela is a ghetto freaking nation the way it's run. So there's some better nations, there's some better minds leading some other nations. And I love the people of Venezuela, but they will admit themselves that their government's, it's a total nonsense. And so if this is true, good. It's a positive thing. And people are like, well, wait, you support Venezuela? I support Venezuela in no way. But here's the lesson you take from Bitcoin, from Nick Carter, okay? This is your daily reminder that if you value Bitcoin's censorship resistance, you will have to make your peace with the fact that people you dislike will use the network. And so that's the bottom line with Venezuela. If you understand this stuff, you will have to make peace with the fact that people you dislike will use the network. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing that your worst enemy can use it. That shows you that it's censorship resistant, that it's not centralized. Anyone can use this thing. And that's part of the reason I like it. And Saifedean has a quote out there. Bitcoin is not the iPhone of money. Cute, easy, and simple. It's the gunpowder of money. You'll use it because you have to. You'll use it because you have to. It's financial dynamite. Pound that like button. Quickly, and I'll conclude with South Africa. They're not having the bank strike. It was the strike was blocked by a court. I don't know how the bureaucracy works out there. They can stop a private. They can a court can order a private union not to strike, and they'll follow that law. Whatever. What you got to take from all this is that Bitcoin doesn't strike, and if you do have your fiat in banks, you never know when you're not going to be able to get to your fiat anymore. When there might be a strike, or there sort of might be a strike. All right, that's it, dudes. I'm Adam Meister. the Bitcoin Meister. And welcome home, Adam, says Seattle Web City. Dude, it is great to be home. I saw some of my nieces today, and I'll see more nieces and nephews very soon. And seeing my mother today, and it was very great. I saw one of my siblings today, so it's very nice to be home. But I gotta get a regular night's sleep. That won't be until Friday. And yeah, I'm in the middle of a 72-hour fast. That's not bothering me though. That ends tomorrow. And again, try to do a 72-hour. They recommend doing a 72-hour fast twice a year to restart your immune system. Who knows if that works? Who knows if it does help prevent cancer? I think it's worth a shot, and I can do it pretty easily. And I did not run during the height of the 72-hour fast, which I've been known to do. I actually did run when it started, but that doesn't count. That was like, what, 10 hours, 12 hours into the fast. Okay, I'm out of here, dudes. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the links below. Where is my live stream? Hang on. Oh, yeah. Pound that like button. Bang that bell button. Click on the square. See ya.